Welcome back, guys. It is me, the Vegan Kitty, and this video is a bit of a detour from my regular videos. Okay, but I felt the need to get this information out there in hopes of helping others struggling with anxiety, depression, or mental illness. If you are here for a mukbang or a challenge, feel free to skip this one. I know this is not Mental Health Awareness Month, but people are dealing with mental health on a daily basis. So it doesn't take a special month just to acknowledge it. Okay, so you saw the title. We're going to be talking about how to get out of depression by yourself. Now, let me say this first. I am not a professional. I'm just sharing techniques that I use and still use when needed. Okay, so everyone from time to time feels sad, down, discouraged. You may be dealing with a death, a breakup. Um, when life doesn't go as planned, adulting can be stressful. It's a gift, but it can be stressful. So adulting can be tough. The stress of not being in control of what is happening around you or to you. What is not normal is when you stay in that mindset for months or for years. Okay, try to identify what the problem is. Rethink how to deal with it. Take it hour by hour, day by day, if needed. Low energy can be from giving too much of yourself. And we are guilty as women. And I can't speak for the men, but as women, we are so guilty of that. Because, if you're a mother or wife, caretaker, or what have you, you're constantly giving of yourself. And then if you don't know how to balance that out, then you'll exalt yourself. Like, what are you getting in return? What are you feeding yourself in return? If you're giving all of yourself out, what is left for you? And so that's what you have to deal with. You have to be careful with that, giving too much of yourself. And then one way to give back to yourself is one thing that I do is I like taking like hot bubble baths with candles, that kind of thing. Just candlelit bubble baths is what I like taking. For me, that's a form of self care. Giving yourself a pedicure or going to get a pedicure and a manicure or what have you. Um, just going for a walk or to exercise, ride a bike, go for a walk. Um, Treat yourself, go out to dinner, treat yourself to brunch. You have to give back to yourself. Get something out of this life that's dedicated to you. You just can't be a service for everyone else and not, give back to yourself. One thing I had to figure out is that you don't take instructions from your mind. Your mind take instructions from you. Let's get that clear. You're in control. It's your mind. You're in control of it. And that's what I had to deal with. So when you get those thoughts that enter that'll bring you down, you have to stop those thoughts. One way that I'll do is I'll replace it, like whatever that thought is, and 9 times out of 10, if you're stressing over it, because it's all about not being in control, not all about, but for me, it causes anxiety when I'm not in control of situations. I'm not sure how they work with everyone else. But when you're not in control of certain situations and those thoughts start to enter, you start losing control because you're thinking of, oh, what could happen? Oh, this is what's going to happen. You start painting a picture, and that picture is what's bringing you down, is what's causing you to be depressed. And so what I had to do was I would replace those thoughts with something positive or something pleasant. I would try to think of something pleasant or what I want the outcome to be. I will focus on that and then I will work toward that. What could I do to change the situation or make the situation better? And so that's where I had to come from day by day. And it's not easy. It's not something that's going to happen in one day. Change is a process. Always remember that. Change is a process. So nothing's going to happen magically overnight. It's a process. It's a process. And it's just all about you getting through that process. What can you do to comfort yourself in the midst of that process, you know? And so, one thing that I would do, other than, changing my thought process, I would also do affirmations because affirmations is self talk. So, and I know some people think, oh, what could that do? Oh, it does a lot. Because once you get that in and you start repeating these things, repeating affirmations over and over again, that gets into you. You start thinking that way and you start believing in what you're telling yourself. Because again, you're in control of you. This is an inside job. You have to go within. You have to go within and you have to change some things. You're rebuilding is what you're doing, and build something beautiful in the process. Build somebody that you like and you absolutely love. You can start there. So as far as affirmations, I would say like I would start my affirmations, not start, but in that process of feeling anxious or have a racy mind or something that will calm me that I need in the moment. It's more like a fix, I guess I would say. So I would say I am in charge of how I feel. I am choosing happiness. I am enough. I love myself. I am in vibration with the frequency of healing. I am in vibration with the frequency of happiness. I believe in myself. I encourage myself. I allow nothing to bind me. I allow nothing to enslave me. I allow nothing to break me. I release depression. It is not mine. I release guilt. I release blame. I give myself credit for making it this far, and I will usually end it there. When I'm really feeling anxious, I do a deep breathing exercise. Okay, so I'm going to show a clip with you guys of give you an example of a deep breathing exercise that I do. So you're going to fill your belly with air, hold it, release. So we're going to do that. And so whenever I do the breathing exercise, it's like you're releasing all that pent up anger and frustration, anxiety, pressure in the head. You're releasing all of that, and you feel so much better after the fact. You feel so calm. You feel at peace. Well, for me, that's how I feel, and so I tend to do the deep breathing exercise as well. Okay, so you can always try meditation. Now, I for one know that this is a difficult process right here, and it may be easy for some, but meditation is so hard when you having all these thoughts and you're going through a lot and you're feeling down and depressed and you don't have the energy and it's hard to focus. It's so hard to focus. And so if you feel like you can't do it, just sitting quiet is a form of meditation. Like you don't have to sit there and do this. If you want to, that's fine, but you don't really have to do that. Sit somewhere quietly and just think. Try to focus on, again, like I said before in the beginning of the video, try to find a happy place. If you can escape mentally to a beach, um, somewhere pleasant. If it is a new home you're thinking about, think of how you want your home to look. Whatever it is you want, just think of nature. Take yourself into nature mentally, and then just stay there. Stay there for a few minutes, and then see how you feel. Um, Try to do it for 5 minutes if you can, 10 minutes if you can. If that doesn't work for you, you could always try journaling. Journaling is a great way to release stress and just to get rid of your just feeling irritable and anxious and all of that. Just to empty all those emotions and feelings out on some paper. It's a great fix. So you can try that. You can try some journaling. You know, write your thoughts down. Empty out yourself. Get all that stuff out of you. Empty it out that way, if that works for you. So you can do some journaling. Um, if you can focus on reading a book, try to read a book. You can always do like a word search. You can do some painting. You can color. You can sketch. Um, you can try those. You know, what you got to find whatever it is that work for you will bring you comfort. So what works for me may not work for you, but here's a start, right? Another way to relieve stress that I like is when you take off your shoes and socks and you just walk outside barefoot, like in the backyard. Um, you can walk on the grass, walk on some dirt. Just you want to feel nature. Get in nature. Nature is medicine. It is so healing. It really is. Just to get out there and take in some fresh air. Get some sunlight on your face. Let that sun charge you. You know, give you a good charge. Give you some of that good energy. So it's good just to get outside. If you don't want to walk barefoot, just try to go outside in your backyard or go for a walk around the neighborhood or go to a park somewhere and walk, a beach if you can. So, yeah, that's one way of doing it. And another technique that's also good if you don't want to meditate or if you can't achieve meditation. Um, you can also, like, one of the things that I do and I absolutely love it. It works for me. It's called EFT Tapping. I'm not sure if you've heard of it before, but I'm going to show a video of it and let me know what you think. So this is another.
Tapping, another name for it is EFT, Emotional Freedom Technique. We call it tapping because we are literally physically tapping on endpoints of meridians of our body. And what the latest research shows is that when we tap on these places in our body while we're stressed, anxious, overwhelmed, we send a calming signal to the amygdala in the brain, the fight or flight part of us, the part that's stressed, the part that's hurried. It sends a calming signal there, helps to rewire the brain and find peace within. We're combining the best of both worlds. We're going a little bit beyond talk therapy, which is wonderful. And when we talk about our feelings and we express what's going on in our lives, we can certainly create change. A lot of people find that they get stuck. So they'll say like, I've been talking about this issue for a decade and it doesn't seem to get better. I've been dealing with a fear of flying. I've been dealing with this anxiety. I've been dealing with this thing that I can't seem to break through. And what the tapping does beautifully is it brings this body that we have in, right? We tend to forget that it's not just our mind up here, that it's our whole body. So when we bring the body in and when we combine it with the tapping, with the mind, we send that calming signal. We sort of break that pattern of what's happening in our brains. So wake up, start by just tuning into what we want to work on. So take a moment now, as we've had this conversation, maybe you thought about some stress in your life, some anxiety you're feeling. If you're angry about something, if you're sad about something, just pick a target. Try to notice a place in your life, something you want to let go of. We start by tapping on the side of the hand. It's on the outside of the hand below the pinky. You're taking 4 fingers of one hand and tapping on the other, whatever hand feels comfortable for you. And then repeat after me, either in your mind or out loud, tapping continuously. Even though I have this stress in my body,
even though I have this stress in my body,
I choose to relax now.
I choose to relax now.
We're going to stay on the side of the hand 2 more statements. Even though I have all this stress.
Even though I have all this stress.
Hard to let it go.
It's hard to let it go.
I'm open to releasing it now.
I'm open to releasing it now.
And one more time, still tapping on the side of the hand, even though I'm holding on
Even though I'm holding on
to all this stress,
to all this stress,
I choose to let it go now.
I choose to let it go now.
Now we'll tap through the points. I'll describe them. Don't worry about getting them perfect. The first point with 2 fingers of one hand or both hands is on the inside of the eyebrow where the hair ends and it meets the nose. You're going to tap gently. And as you tap, just focus in on this issue. So if you have back pain, just feel it. If you're angry about something, think the thought. We're actually looking to fire the brain, fire that amygdala, and send that calming signal. So think about what that person said to you, the stress in your life. Now we move to the side of the eye. It's not at the temple, right next to the eye, on the bone. Again, one side or both sides, tapping gently, tuning in to this thing, this issue that you'd like to let go of, having those thoughts. The next point is under the eye. Again, one side or both sides, tapping gently, thinking these thoughts, bringing your mind to this thing that has been stuck, that's been tough to let go of. Now moving under the nose, 2 fingers right underneath the nose, making gentle contact with the skin and the bone, thinking about this issue. What's going on in your life that you want to let go of? Why has this been hard to let go of? Now under the mouth, above the chin, below the lip, in that little crease there, tapping gently, thinking these thoughts. And if you get distracted or you're trying to figure out the points, that's okay. Just bring your mind back to this issue, the anger, the anxiety, everything that's been going on. The next point is just collarbone point. Just take all 10 fingers of both hands right below the 2 little bones, tapping gently, bringing your attention back to this issue, this pain, this anger, this anxiety, noticing how it begins to loosen its grip. You begin to feel safe in your body, to open to the possibility of letting this go. Strong, grounded, and safe. The next point is underneath the arm, 3 inches underneath the armpit, either side of the body. Bring your attention back to it and let it go. And the last point in the sequence is right at the top of the head, right on the crown. Thinking about this issue, letting it go. And we'll do one more quick round, moving right back to the eyebrow, and repeat after me, either in your mind or out loud. It's safe to let this go.
Safe to let this go.
Out of the eye. I'm open to releasing this issue.
Open to releasing this issue.
Under the eye, and finding peace in my body.
Finding peace in my body.
Under the nose, letting go. Under the mouth, I'm strong, grounded, and safe.
I'm strong, grounded, and safe.
Collarbone, in every cell of my body.
In every cell of my body.
Under the arm, right now.
Right now.
Top of the head, right now.
Right now.
And go ahead and take a gentle breath in. You can stop tapping.
Okay,
And
guys,
tune back
that was
into
a
that
quick
issue.
video of EFT tapping. I normally watch videos that are like more detailed than that. I chose that one because it was like really short and you pretty much get the point or the reason for tapping. I just wanted you just to understand what it was and what to do. But normally the EFT, I forgot what they call them. I guess the counselor or what have you. What she normally does is that once you start tapping on those pressure points, she'll each pressure point, each place where you would tap, you would go over what it is that's bothering you. You go over that first, and then like maybe the second or third round, it's rewiring the brain. Here is what I'm gonna do. This is, then it's like self-talk, what you can do to change the situation while you're hitting those pressure points, if that makes sense. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. I hope it was helpful. Leave me a comment below. Let me know what you think. If you feel like that this video is helpful, try some of the techniques. If you feel like that this is not going to be beneficial and then you need further assistance, you can seek counseling. You can join a support group. You can also call the suicide prevention hotline. And that number is, I'll have it listed here. Here. Suicide prevention hotline. I'll have that number up here for you. And good luck on your journey to wellness. Please leave me a comment if you have any testimonies, or if you just want to share a story, or just let me know what you thought of the video. Again, I'm not a professional. This is my personal journey, and I wanted to share with you all. So I hope that this information was helpful for you. If you feel like that none of these techniques will help you, seek professional help, seek some counseling, join a support group, or call the suicide prevention hotline, and I'll have that number for you. And also, don't get discouraged. Change is a process, but anything you go through, you can overcome it. You can overcome it, no matter how difficult. It's not a permanent situation. This is not permanent. What you're going through is temporary. It's uncomfortable. Seek counseling. Call the suicide prevention hotline. If you would like to, if this video was helpful, please leave me a comment below. If you would like to share a testimony, if you have some techniques that you've tried that you would like to share that's helpful, please feel free to leave it in the comments. Again, I am not a professional. These were techniques that I used when I was feeling anxious or when I went through depression. This is my personal journey. Okay, so it might not work for everyone, but it'll help someone. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Until next time, guys, this cat is out.